Good morning, viewers. This is Lightcast TV. Good morning, viewers. This is Lightcast TV. My name is Ninja Kolek.
My name is Martin.
And we'll be doing a review on Governor Kawira's survival of the second impeachment at the Senate. So, yesterday at night, today in the morning, we heard Amason Kingi make a verdict and declare Governor Kawira Mwangaza acquitted of all the charges that were fronted against her by the MCAs of Meru County. So this is not the first time that Governor Kawira has been impeached, and she had 7 charges which were fronted against her. And according to what we saw, the Senate listened carefully to the defense that was brought by the Council of Governors, the Council of the Governor Kawira, and also the council that represented the MCAs put up a spirited fight to prosecute the charges. But then again, if you listened in and we watched the senators make a 3-minute submission, it was quite clear that there was a problem in Meru County, which goes beyond the fact that the MCAs in Meru County were not getting along with the governor of the county, who was Kawira. Is it because the Meru County is male dominated, and the fact that Governor Kawira trashed the kingpins during the elections? So some of the things that are running through my mind: is she facing a fight in Meru County simply because she's a woman and she ran for governor as an independent candidate? Is she facing the fight from the male leaders of Meru County, simply because maybe she's coming up with a different approach that seems to irritate and intimidate the members of Meru County? Or are there issues that are in Meru County that we really need to prosecute? Don?
I can say that you see, leadership is all about unity and leading in the interest of the people. Now, when you see the way the MCAs may be behaving, I think on my side, I think the MCAs, maybe they don't share the same vision as Governor Kawira Mwangaza. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because first thing we need to know, Governor Kawira Mwangaza was elected on an independent ticket. And then other parties like the Mbas party for Kiraitu Murungi and the other Linturi for UDA, you see, now the MCAs are from those those two major parties. And those two major parties had their own visions, and maybe they wanted their vision to be accomplished through the Meru County Assembly. You understand? So I think on my side, first thing that maybe was clear about this impeachment process was that the issue of enough evidence. There wasn't enough very solid evidence that you can say now this will make the governor be impeached. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and then the other thing is that the other thing on my side it's the issue of Mpuri Aburi. You understand, as much as maybe the MCAs wanted the governor to be out of a seat, I think the issue that maybe incriminated them, ama issue iliwafanya wakafungika mkono zaidi, ilikuwa issue ya Mpuri Aburi, like the matusi, and then So the reaction or those videos that were shown on as evidence in the Senate, I think that thing made like covered all of our sins, and in some way cleansed her, and made her look like the one, like a victim in front of Kenyans.
I think what what the senators did was very remarkable. What the senators did there was remarkable, because remember that in Kenya we've been fighting for the 2/3 gender rule, affirmative action for the women in leadership to to be on the forefront. And I can only imagine what Governor Kawira has gone through. Can you imagine, twice in a year she has been fought left, right, and center by the male counterparts? And actually, on this one, the deputy governor, whom she chose that they should stand together with during these elections, also fought her. So, now that she has won the second bid of impeachment and she has thwarted her male leaders who wanted her to, go home and give Meru back to the people so that they can go back to fresh elections, it seems now she's been given a new lease of life. This means that she has to do things differently. Well, for me, if I were Meru governor, maybe I could exchange notes, because we have like a total of 7 female governors in Kenya. We have a governor from Homa Bay, Wanga. We have a governor in Nakuru, who is a lady. We have governor in Machakos. So these are people maybe she could exchange notes with, and they could, find out how to do things differently, so that she does not get into another altercation with the MCAs. Because at the end of the day, this governor needs the MCAs to ensure that development patterns are rolled out in all the Meru ward.
Yeah, and the question here is how will she work with the MCAs, considering that actually this is almost the third time, because it's like the second time the impeachment motion was thwarted out by the court. So this is the third time. You see, for someone who has tried to maybe cause your downfall for several times, I think it will be difficult. Though Mwangaza said that prayer works, and she will pray about it, and she believes that there are chances of reconciliation, and all will be well with the leadership. So you can let us know about your thoughts on your comments on the comment section so far. So in the comment section, we have some few Kenyans who have commented. Yeah, Kea Weekly, asante sana. Opemi Julius, thank you very much for your comment. Anasema mwache kuumiza wa Meru. Annington Ouma anasema the political instigated MCAs should let the lady be. It is a independent ticket that acts the UDA bandwagon. Yeah, I think even on my side, I think you see, for just a woman, and then it's someone who has never maybe been in mambo na siasa, it will be difficult for people to accept that she won. You understand?
Huh?
Yeah, it will be difficult for people to accept that she won, and she thwarted both the bigwigs in the Kenyan politics, especially the legends like
Kiraitu Murungi
and Linturi. You understand?
Linturi.
Yeah. So on the comment still we have Kirui Mwei says survived the storm. Yeah, of course she survived. Kagwe Kentari anasema it wasn't easy, Mama Governor, but God came through. Glory to his name. Thank you very much for your comment. You can continue giving your comment on the on Governor Kawira's surviving the impeachment. We have Felix Ouma Otieno. Was this a female, a male-female war? I don't think so. We have other female governors leading males peacefully. Let's not make it a gender war because the context is lacking. I think it is not a female male war, but with the evidences that were given, on the court, in some way it came out. Like a female male war. What do you think, Ninja?
Well, according to the comment that Felix Ouma has brought out, well, I also believe that this is not a gender war, but from the videos that we saw as part of evidence that was brought by both sides of the councils, when you look at the contents of the video and the rhetoric that was brought out and how the politicians were chanting in Meru, the songs that were spirited against her in terms of gender and the terms that were used against her almost made it as a gender-based war. Especially there was a politician who was said to take a certain, is it Meru stick called Kibiri, and use it to insert it somewhere and do something, things that I cannot even utter in this broadcast. That was so derogatory. Those are derogatory statements that are not supposed even to be mentioned by someone who is supposed to be an honorable leader of a community, because he's not only leading the males, he's not only leading the children, he is leading the women as well. And if he's propagating that kind of rhetoric against women and against a leader who is a female, then that causes to pose a lot, to bring out a lot of questions. But I agree that this is not a gender war, because this is not the first time that she was impeached. There are other issues that are happening in Meru that need to be interrogated in totality. There's something that the senator of Meru said. Indeed, you could see he was also on the video, yes, and he supported the impeachment of Kawira Mwangaza, and you could see that the caption captured what he said, that he supported the impeachment of Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza. And in his 3-minute submission, he tried to put up a defense upon himself that what he said was misunderstood and it was misrepresented. But at the end of the day, he stuck to his guns and said that Meru issues are real, and no matter how we vote, then there needs to be a commission of inquiry that needs to be created so that the people of Meru County can be given a chance to voice what is happening.
So the question here is, what if now the governor was male and was independent? What do you think would be happening? Because we still have other governors, maybe who are not women, but are facing issues with the impeachment. So far, there are rumors that Nyamira governor is on spot, like of impeachment, and then we have a Kiambu governor also on the verge of impeachment. Yeah, so in this situation, and then in their situation, you can see like Nyamira governor has a party, Azimio, and Kiambu governor, I think he has a party like he ran with. So I don't think as in some way like issue with the impeachment can be considered like a person was maybe impeached because she was independent, but dynamics are different, situation are different according to the counties. I don't know what you think.
Don, I would like to bring to attention, can you see those screenshots, those videos that are being played on the screen? They're part of the evidence. Now you can imagine such a group, such a chant that has been spirited against the governor herself, and that was part of the evidence, and it was brought to the attention of the Senate. And most of the Senate had no idea this was happening in Meru County. And now that everything has been brought to the fore and the Kenyans are watching and seeing what is happening in Meru, and also the people in Meru are actually anxious to see how Governor Kawira is going to move from this point forward. What are some of the recommendations you think that she should do to ensure that now that there is no altercation between the Meru County Assembly and her leadership?
According to me, the first thing that maybe that influenced this impeachment trial was you remember there was a time Gachagua went. There was a time Gachagua was in a particular meeting in Meru, and that meeting Mama Kawira Mwangaza boycotted. So according to my side, I think in some way, I don't know, when Gachagua said that let Meru people deal with their own issues, I think the problem came that way. So the MCAs felt like they have been fueled to push that impeachment motion. So I think on my side, so far it is not clear if, because there were rumors back then that Kawira Mwangaza joined the UDA. So I don't know if currently she's a full member of UDA, because I guess maybe if she's a full member of UDA, she'll be able to be protected from some trial by the MCAs, or maybe the MCAs aligned to UDA party will be able maybe to advise her. You see, there's a difference between pushing for someone's removal and maybe trying to reach out to advise her. And according to the evidences that were placed during the impeachment hearing, there were the same person that was pushing for that motion, impeachment motion. We saw him supporting he's supporting Governor Kawira Mwangaza up to around mid-August. So I don't know what happened after August, from August until maybe November. I don't know what happened such that it made that majority leader, you understand? It made that majority leader to change his mind from supporting Kawira Mwangaza and now pushing for impeachment. I don't know. You see, the way the senator said that Meru has issues, and then apart from Senator Karungo or Kaduri, apart from Senator Kaduri, the other Meru leaders saying that Meru has issues and they should, and he was pleading with President Ruto to intervene and help solve. So I don't know how they plan President Ruto to intervene and solve the issues that are happening in Meru. So I think then after the first impeachment failed, I remember Governor Kawira Mwangaza and the MCAs were reconciled by DP Gachagua. So I don't know like what really is happening. So you can give us your comment on what you think situation kwa ground inakaaje. Unaweza tuambia kwa comment what you think about the situation in Meru.
I also want to appeal, is there anybody who is from Meru County? Maybe you can give us a comment on Lightcast. Just give us a statement, or just try and tell us on the comment section what is the feeling after the verdict of Kawira Mwangaza, who was just won against the 7 impeachment motions that were brought against her. I would really love to see a comment from anyone who is currently in Meru County. What is the feeling there? Maybe you can share on the comment section the feeling, or what is the atmosphere at Meru County? What are the ladies saying? What are the mamas saying? What are the young people saying? Do they support what the Senate did to, ensure that the governor of Kawira Mwangaza is given a new lease of life to continue with her role as the governor?
So in the comment section we have Advanced Prezo anasema is the politics in Kenya where because she's an independent candidate, so it's being is giving Advanced President anasema it's the politics in Kenya where because she's an independent candidate is being giving the nation of cartel. So we should do away with political cartel and let the people be the cartel. She is a citizen. Deliver. Thank you very much for your comment, Advanced Preso. And then we have Derek Amisi anasema warudisha hao MCA kwa kura vizuri, wachaguliwe vizuri, wanasumbua huyu governor. And then we have Eregae Kasim anasema following from Lodwa Kanamkemer. Thank you very much for tuning in. So I think on my side, the way we amesema warudisha hao MCAs kwa kura, there was that hint of maybe dissolving the county government of Meru.
Mhm.
So I think according to my observation on the ground, I think people are in support of Kawira Mwangaza. But maybe the problem is coming with the MCAs. So according to this comment by Derek Amisi, I think that can work. What do you think?
Well, I think this is something that we don't need to put a rush into, since the governor has maintained her seat. Then this is something that she needs to go and prosecute. She cannot run away from the truth of what is happening in Meru. She is the governor there, and she knows what is happening. She knows the issues that are ailing Meru County, and she knows the issues that are bedeviling the MCAs of Meru that make them the MCAs see her as an unpopular leader who they can work with. So I think there's something that Senator for Kericho, who is the majority leader in the Senate, he said something to Kawira Mwangaza that these 59 MCAs who voted against you and voted for your impeachment, they cannot always be wrong. This is not the first time. It is not the second time. It is the third time, because the second time the court thwarted the motion to impeach her. So I think this is a time she needs to go and soul search and do a thorough soul searching and see the way to move forward. She has to put her feelings aside. Leadership is not about being emotional. It is about putting aside your feelings, putting aside your differences, and interrogating the issues directly and honestly. She needs to have a paradigm shift in how she's been handling issues, because it's true that if you do something the same way as you've been doing it, you will not get a result.
True.
So she needs to interrogate this issue in a very different way. If maybe she can bring experts or mediators who can try and bring a reconciliatory tone between her and the deputy governor and the MCAs, maybe that is a place where we can start a truth and reconciliatory committee between the parties that have been aggrieved as a result of this impeachment.
So we can listen into Senator Cheruiyot's advice to Kawira Mwangaza.
And of course, the views are far and wide, as you would imagine. Many agree, many disagree with what has been spoken about here. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to humbly plead with the House that immediately after this procedure, please let us conclude the impeachment procedure bill. We cannot be the House that is castigating county assemblies for not having lived up to the dictates of our Constitution, yet as a Senate for 3 terms, we have not been able to guide our county assemblies on how to properly carry out an impeachment. It is my humble submission, Mr. Speaker, that the County Assembly of Meru did their job exceptionally well. In fact, Mr. Speaker, because you are drawing close, to me, there are certain charges among SS7 that the County Assembly has proved beyond reasonable doubt. Mr. Speaker, it is unfortunate that we find ourselves in such a situation where I think, like one senator has said, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I want to reiterate as I conclude, Mr. Speaker, what I prescribed earlier in my moving notes, that either way, whether we save Governor Kawira or whether we impeach her, Meru people will still need the guidance of this House, because there are no easy way out of the current situation. The failure that exists in Meru is far and beyond either saving or impeaching a particular governor. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to request our colleagues that let's conclude this exercise. Cast your vote with your conscience. Listen to what the people of Meru are saying. You cannot, Mr. Speaker, openly side and say that certain leaders have spoken about things that do not impress you. While we have seen that actually it appears to be a culture in Meru where every leader, including none other than this Governor Kawira, who's here with us, say very foul things to each other. That is a bad culture that we need not encourage in our politics. Therefore, my final words, Mr. Speaker, to Governor Kawira, I don't know whether we will survive or fall, but Governor, take time to read the Bible. Don't just preach. If you read the Bible, you will find answers to some of the questions that continue to follow you. It cannot be, like many have observed, that all these 59 MCAs that are saying in less than 1 year, on 2 occasions, that you are unfit to hold office and they be thoroughly wrong. There is something that you need to soul search and find deep within yourself to reflect, Madam Governor. And should perhaps God grant you grace and you continue to serve these people, please change your ways and find it in your heart to work with other leaders. That is not to say that I know how this vote will go. It is now the opportunity of the 47 delegations. Mr. Speaker, I'm being told to talk to the MPs, but they are our colleagues, Madam Speaker, and you know, many of them actually, anyway, I don't want to be, Mr. Speaker, we are really pressed for time, and I want senators to vote before midnight. And I think I have said everything that I need to say. I think if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. I thank you.
And so the leader for Kericho County, the senator for Kericho County, Majority Leader Senator Cheruyot, and I quote verbatim, Governor Kawira, change your ways. It cannot be that the 59 MCAs are repeatedly bringing her back to the impeachment fold. So I tend to agree. Yeah, she needs to change her strategy. What do you think, Don?
Wanasemanga, you cannot do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different results.
Exactly.
So I think maybe from my side, the way Senator Chiriota said, she has issues too, because the way maybe she reacts to her rivals, the comments, the tone, and then the ridicule, and then using her husband like playing music with the lyrics attacking his opponents, her opponents, sorry. I think that's, you see, as much as maybe people will see like she's being fought, she's being looked down to, I think she should respond to those people with developments. You understand? Respond with the development and avoid maybe attacking back, because you see when wanasemanga when you argue with I'm just saying like in this context, when you argue with a fool, naonekananga mjinga, it's you understand? So I think apart from maybe responding direct, like with attacks, with the lyrics from the song, with those furious words and everything. She should just respond positively with development, so that as much as maybe people will be talking, she's incompetent, she's what she done, what she should just respond developments, so that people will see what she has done so far, and then maybe people will be able to defend her depending on the things that she has done qua ground. You understand? You see, it's important to win the hearts of the people first. After winning the hearts of the people, whatever happens to you, people will defend you. No matter maybe the battles you'll be facing, people will be able to defend you, aseme huyu mama hata kama unampiga vita amefanya hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. So in that context, people will see maybe the MCAs as the one having issues, or the opponents are the ones having issues, maybe personal issues with her. You understand? And then we have comments support. Kona Destiny KO ama Destiny Co anasema by election for all MCAs in Meru County. And then we have Nehemiah Kipiego anasema thank you for saving our mom. Dixon Achieng, these Meru MCAs are all sick and illiterate and are being used to destroy development in Meru County.
I want to pick up from what the comment that has been fronted by Dixon Achieng. These Meru MCAs are illiterate. Illiteracy is a problem in this country. And when you look at the criteria that is used to pick out the MCAs, is there any criteria or threshold that they're supposed to meet in matters education, in matters exposure, in matters leadership? I don't see any documents. I don't see anything that they're supposed to acquire in matters to do with leadership. If only they could maybe set a threshold of where they're supposed to reach in matters literacy, in matters education background, in matters exposure, in matters leadership, in matters experience, on what they have done on the community, in the community. I think that is something that also needs to be interrogated, as much as we continue to interrogate the underlying issues in Meru. I think the strategy on how the MCAs have carried out the impeachment, which I commend them for the good job they have done, because they have followed the due process. They were not happy with how the Meru governor was doing her work, and they followed the due process, which is their constitutional right to prosecute the issue and take it to the Senate. And now we see that the Senate has given the governor, Kawira Mwangaza, a new lease of life to go back and ensure that Meru County comes together so that they can bring a new lease of development. Do you think that the way MCAs are being chosen, do you think that there is some sort of qualifications that needs to be put to the fore? For example, for the governor, you're supposed to have had leadership role. You should have led. You should know a bit of finance. You should know a bit of politics. You should know a bit of. You should be holistic in matters to do with leadership per se. In Senate, you must have gone to degree. You must be exposed. You should be eloquent. You should be able to express yourself in a manner that people can understand, and ensure that your county is. You ensure that the county that you represent is accounted for in matters finances and matters development. And these MCAs, is it true that there are people on the ground who are saying these MCAs are just throwing tantrums because probably the governor has stuck to her guns, and maybe the sub-development that she wants to bring to the fore, the MCAs, maybe they don't see, maybe they're just looking not beyond the nose, they are not seeing the future. Could that be the problem? Is qualification something to interrogate when it comes to bringing in the MCAs into the leadership?
On my side, first thing, I think the qualification for you to be a governor, I think a degree is needed. Am I wrong?
I don't think so. You should.
The degree.
Qualified, have a degree, masters.
Yeah, the degree is needed, like a minimum qualification, maybe academic wise. So on my side, and then the MCAs, just I think Form 4 certificate, I don't know, but I think Form 4 certificate is needed. So on my side, it will be difficult, or I don't see it like a balance sheet, like a person with a degree being controlled with a person like in matters leadership, be
Exactly.
controlled with someone with a Form 4 certificate. We're not saying that education gives you like a automatic qualification to be a leader, but there are different issues now here at play. So the first thing is, there you can be learned and be a very bad leader, and you can also be a Form 4 dropout and be a good leader. Understand? The dynamics are different, but I think the issues here, we need to amend constitution such that an MCA should have at least a degree, because you see, for a Form 4 dropout, there are some extra issues, maybe needs like how can I put it, needs people like professionals to solve. Especially, you see, like a county government is like a mini government. It's like so we need to have sober leaders or educated leaders that can be able to solve particular issues that are affecting the people directly. So I think they should amend the constitution such that a minimum requirement for an MCA should be a degree. And then about now the fight, there are some rumors I heard somewhere that the MCAs are pushing for something, or they are pushing for, how can I put it, they want some things implemented on the ground, but those issues are like personal to them. It's not for the interest of the Meru people. And then the governor has stood on her ground that those things are not happening on my watch. I think that's what's contributing to all these tussle by the MCAs to fight the governor. And then I hear that most of the tenders, people say, like according to claims on the ground, that she's keeping most of the tenders by the county tenders by herself, and those stuff. On the comment section, we have Mark Kipigon anasema congratulations mama and father man chapakazi. Thank you very much for your comment. Izo Galito anasema all MCAs in Meru have jealous, hiyo ndio inaitangwa wivu. Destiny KO anasema by election all MCAs. Do you have any comment really? These MCAs are all sick and illiterate. Yeah, we have Destiny KO anasema following up from Lodwa. Yeah, thank you very much for your comments so far. If you have a comment or your view on what's happening, you can comment down there. And if you're not a follower of Lightcast TV Kenya, you can follow us on Facebook and YouTube, TikTok and Twitter, and you can help us grow, and we'll be grateful. So,
And that's our time.
mhm.
This is Ninja Collect. Thank you for listening in on the commentary that we've just shared on Kawira Mwangaza's survival second impeachment. And oh wow, for those who are supporting Kawira Mwangaza, I think they're celebrating and they're ready to support her once again. And I believe that Kawira Mwangaza also has on her notes a different strategy on how she's going to bring Meru County together. That is, now she needs to put aside all her vitriol and differences so that Meru County thrives. So the county is actually bigger than her. It's bigger than all them, the people who were fighting her. So the MCAs, the deputy governor, all the other male leaders, and the governor herself need to come together and sit down and think about Meru County and see where they went wrong and forge the way forward for the next for 5 years. This
Yeah.
is Ninja Lawor Kolek.
Yeah, so before we leave, we have let's just read some two comments. We have Linus Soni anasema Meru men wamefanya tuitwe wazimu. Thank you. Samson M. Madhu anasema Meru needs change through Governor Kawira. She has the will and no one is limited. And then Haman Kadege anasema Meru MCAs must stop this. And yeah, so tumesoma hizo zote. So thank you very much for tuning in, and that has been our time. So tutakuwa tunawaacha na message ya Kawira Mwangaza, what she said before the Senate saved her from the imminent impeachment. So thank you very much, and continue following our live streams and our shows.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members,
Order, senators. Let us hear the governor in silence.
Honorable Speaker and honorable senators of this House, I want to take this opportunity to really thank you for your time. I know it has not been easy for you. God bless you for your time. Honorable Speaker, I'm here today pleading with this House. And I want to say it in Kiswahili. Mateso ni mengi, lakini Mungu tusaidia. If I have wronged any person in this House, in Meru, in Kenya, I pray for forgiveness. As a mother, a leader, it is my duty to unite Meru people. And I pray for more grace, that God will give me power to bring all the leaders together. I pray unto our Father to give me more energy, to give me more grace. Na Mungu anipe kuvumilia kwingi to see Meru people happy. The members of parliament, our dear deputy senator of this House, the MCAs, deputy speaker, if I've wronged any one of you, forgive me. Honorable Speaker, I was elected as an independent governor. I know I need MCAs. I've tried my best, and I shall still continue trying my best to see that I work with everyone. Honorable Speaker and this Honorable House, no one is an angel. I'm not an angel. Each and every one of us has his or her own weaknesses. It is my prayer to God that the weaknesses that they might have, God will help me, so that we work together as a team and make Meru people happy. Honorable Speaker, honorable members of this House, I take this opportunity again to say thank you, and I pray that you give me a second chance. God bless you.
Honorable Senators, I will allow Senator 5 minutes.